Well, you want to get off the hamster wheel? Well, the first thing you got to do is understand what's putting you onto the hamster wheel, what you're supposed to learn, so that you can take your learnings and get off of that hamster wheel and get on to enjoying your life. So let's talk about how to do that. The first thing is you got to understand why you're even here on Earth, what the purpose of Earth exists, right? So for my friends that follow astrology and they go and look at the other planets and their energies and the knowledge and the wisdom that comes through those, did you ever ask yourself what Earth represented? In case you're curious, the reason for Earth existing is to learn how to maintain love through adversity. And it was meant for all of the universe and all of the universe's inhabitants to be able to come to Earth and learn these skills. And you look around and you say, Graham, wait a minute, I don't see anybody different. Well, we got a lot to unpack, right? How we are today is not how it was. And this is part of, again, understanding how to tell the difference between the reality that we were taught versus the reality that we live in. And part of maintaining love through adversity, and when I say adversity, let's not confuse that with cruelty. Right? In the intelligent design, adversity means understanding how to prepare between the seasons. It means providing yourself challenges with your human suit. Well, before we get into that, wouldn't it be nice to know that you were actually meant to have power? You're actually meant to be a powerful being. However, I think as you would agree, you look around and you go, hey man, there's a lot of people here I wouldn't be given power to. Exactly. So the living and learning environment of Earth is designed to teach love through adversity, but through stewardship. Stewardship of self, stewardship of others, stewardship for nature, stewardship of animals. Right? Everything is provided as part of that learning experience. So now that you understand that you're in a living and learning environment, you're here to learn things, now you understand why you get stuck on this hamster wheel and can't get off of it. So let me show you what this hamster wheel looks like and let me talk you through it. So as you see, I've got this circle, and this essentially applies to all of the different life lessons that you wanted to learn for yourself during this incarnation. And if you look at your life and think about all of the different times when you learned the most, when you had your most impactful lessons, did it happen when everything was simple and easy and going your way? Or did you need some adversity, a catalyst, if you will, to kind of get you going and moving, to overcome a challenge, a barrier, a fear, whatever it might be that you needed to go through in order to find the better stuff that was on the other side, right? It's typically, right, we all need catalysts. So think of that first step as, hey, all right, I'm recognizing that there's a pattern here, but this pattern isn't life kicking me when I'm down. This pattern is a catalyst. And so by recognizing things as a catalyst, we can say, okay, what is this now trying to teach me? Now that I recognize this pattern in my life, I need to recognize, okay, what is it that I'm supposed to learn from this? And what's preventing me from learning this? So that I can recognize what's holding me back, tell myself the truth, learn what I need to learn, ingrain my new identity. And that new identity is getting rid of the guilt, the shame, the lies, any of the unproductive words or traits or characteristics that you want to come up with that are holding you back from reconnecting to your total self and operating at your potential. The last thing I'll say on this process is it's kind of funny. As a child, we spend all our time wanting to grow up, be an adult. And then once we become an adult, we're like, they didn't tell me about this responsibility thing and these bills and all this other stuff. This isn't quite as fun as I thought. Boy, what I would give to be able to go back in my life and have the joy of being able to learn through play and fun, both like as a child and my animal friends. And so through this journey of growth, restoration, reclamation, one of the things that's actually being done is we start when we come into the world, right, we're in our most pure form. And as we go on, then all of these things that are not true about us, that either imposed realities, things that hold us back, things that we did to not be our genuine and authentic selves, to fit in, to be accepted, whatever it might be. I think you guys get the point. All of those things are what creates the barriers between this self and our total self, which then creates the barriers between our total potential. And so it's about unwinding those things. So it's kind of the opposite. We're so quick where we wanted to grow up, but then once we grow up, and sometimes then we have this spiritual moment, we go, wait a second here. I realize I got to unwind all this stuff that was on me to go back to being a kid. Yeah, that's pretty much right. So by the time you're into this journey, the goal is to go back to that innocence and to go back to that fun and the joy and the trusting nature.